Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am Dr. Nik Nikam. In this presentation, we're going to look at what is the best backup internet choices available for someone with a home office, or if you have a husband and a wife who are having two home offices in the house. What is the best option for having a backup internet, or maybe two lines? Because you can't rely on the internet to be working 375 days, 365 days a year, or during weekdays. If there is a weather change or a power outage or the network goes down, then you are in deep trouble. As a matter of fact, it happened to me yesterday. At 9:40, the internet went kaput. It didn't come back till 5 o'clock. I lost an entire day's of work. When you're sitting at your home at a home office, if you don't do work, you don't get any revenue. As a result, not only that, you're also cut off from the rest of the world because your whole life revolves around the internet. So to solve this problem, I have done some research I want to share with you so that you have reliable internet service for two home offices so that the internet services can be interchanged if one of them goes kaput. So let us begin with the main feature presentation. If you have a home office and if one internet goes down, what are you going to do for the rest of the day? As I said, it happened to me yesterday. I already covered this one. So let's move on to what are the alternative choices available for us. In order to answer this particular question, we need to look at what is the cost of having a second internet line in the house. The more important point is if you have a 3,000 square feet plus house, the chances are the internet number one you're having is going to be inadequate no matter how you cut it to cover the entire house. In that case, you can be forced to buy a booster, but the booster is worthless. If the internet goes down, the entire system goes down with it like a hurricane, so it's not going to serve your purpose. So what do you do? So the second point is, as I said, if you have a router downstairs, the upstairs doesn't work, or if you have the router in the front of the house, the backside doesn't work. So how can we balance this? The solution is it makes sense to have two internet services. What are the different options available as far as two internet services are concerned? The two internet services serves multiple purposes. Number one, you have reliable internet service throughout your ground floor. Then you have reliable internet services on the second floor, which is totally different. So in case one of the internet dies, you can tap into the Wi-Fi from the upstairs or the downstairs and try to get work going. So in that case, you have to shut off all the other equipments that are using your Wi-Fi. That means you go and minimize the use of Wi-Fi so that one internet can serve two home offices at the same time. The choices available are limited, and I'm going to go through them, the pros and cons of each one of these. The first one is, of course, Xfinity Storm Ready Wi Fi. This is a storm ready Wi Fi. In addition to your router, you get another attachment which you can connect, which can work for like $7 a month or $252 a year. You get unlimited data. It's easy to implement, just plug and play. But the problem is if you don't have power, sometimes the power goes off and the internet goes off. Sometimes, like yesterday in my case, the power was there, but the internet was dead. Somebody cut the cable. I don't know what the hell happened, but I lost my whole days of work. Luckily, when the internet came back at 5 o'clock, the line was open and my work was pending there, so I didn't lose my revenue and my work. So I sat there for the next 3 hours from 5 till 8 o'clock trying to complete my work on a Friday evening. So it is important to understand your time and the value of your time plus your work. So you may have to get a battery backup in case you lose power too to have the internet. So that's with Xfinity Storm Ready Wi-Fi. From my point of view, I have Xfinity. Oh, I'm not going to rely on Xfinity Storm Ready, because if the internet line dies, the rest of the stuff dies with it, its cousin and its brother and sister. So it doesn't make sense. So you need to get a totally different network system. The second option that's available is T-Mobile 5G home internet backup. For $30, you get up to 130 gigabyte. There's a limit, and you have to see how many gigabytes you are eating up in a given month on your regular line. If you are staying within less than 130 gigabyte, it may be okay. But if you are doing Zoom services and you're downloading a lot of movies, network flexes, all kinds of stuff, you may have to watch your data. But if you are having a second office and you're primarily using it for business purpose, and if you can keep your data up intake, data utilization to 130 gigabytes, this is an excellent choice. It's $28 or $10 if you have a T-Mobile voice customer. But I wouldn't combine these things. As I said, we want to keep two separate units, and 130 gigabytes per month. It's easy to implement. They give you a separate router, which is free. You hook it up, and you may have to do some setups, and then you'll be ready to go. And here's my plan. See, like, I'm downstairs, I have my home office. My daughter is upstairs, she's got her own, home office. So she can use T-Mobile upstairs. So it will be fully reliable. The router will be right in the same room, or in the middle of the upstairs game room, so that it will cover the entire upstairs. And downstairs, I have my modem, which primarily covers downstairs, which is adequate for me. So it is important to make sure that these lines serve both purposes, both home office purposes to start with. And it's got a good speed, and it is reliable. So this is a good option. The third option is Starlink Mini, which you have to pay like $600 to buy this little satellite. You can see my arrow here. And then it has a data limit of 50 gigabytes. So the price is going to go steeply to like $150 if your gigabyte requirements exceeds. But satellite may be a very reliable source for you, because it's not dependent on power. It is not dependent on the network system here. It is not dependent on the weather, the hurricane, anything like that. But it may be suitable for a business setup where you have a regular internet, and then use this as a backup in case the regular internet or power fails, because since it works through the satellite, it should work. But if you don't have your power, your computer is not going to come on, which means you have to have a backup generator. That's another important thing to consider. The backup generators cost anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000. It will back up your entire house power in case of power failure. Plus, you can run your internet, and if you have a satellite internet, no matter what happens, you can be in the middle of a hurricane like I'm in Houston, you can still have internet access. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my quick review of backup internet choices for home offices. I hope this has been useful to you, and if you like me to make any more useful videos to make your life easier and simpler in the house or at work, let me know. I'll be happy to do the research and produce the videos. You have been watching Triple N Media. I am Nik Nikam. Oh yes, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. I will see you in the next video. Bye.